Okay, so the first step for me to customize this wig is that I'm going to bleach the knots, and the type of bleach that I'm using is Redken's Flash Lift with a 40 volume developer. And I make sure that the bleach is thick enough like toothpaste so that it sits on top of the lace and that it only focuses on the knots and not the hair. And I also wanted to point out, yes, I'm not wearing gloves, but I wouldn't recommend not to wear gloves. Definitely wear gloves every time you do it. The only reason I'm not wearing gloves is because I didn't have access to gloves, and it's COVID-19, so it's a shortage of those type of products at the time. But I have my gloves now, so I will definitely be wearing gloves in the next video. Okay, so after I rinse the bleach off of my lace, then I go in and I make my tint. And how I make my tint is I take a half of hot boiling water and mix it with cool water, and that's what you see in the container. And then I take those two dyes by Adore. One is honey brown and the other one is mocha, and I mix those two together and I add some salt, mix that together, and then I set my lace into the tint color and let it sit for about 10 minutes. So after I leave the lace in the tinting mixture, then I rinse it off with some cool water. And so now what you see me doing is adding Design Essentials coconut leave-in conditioner and some setting foam. And the reason I do that is because even though it's kinky curly hair, I still want the curls to pop because I'm going to style it. So now I'm pre-drying the hair on cool, and the reason I'm doing that is because you don't want to go directly into curly hair and just dry it with high heat, because it's just going to make the hair frizzy. So you want to prep it and then dry it on a higher heat. Okay, so now I turn my heat up and I'm now using my diffuser. A diffuser is great for curly hair because it helps define the curls as it's drying it. So I'm just going over the whole head and making sure that it's dry, and this time I put on my nozzle so that it focuses on any wet spots that I have possibly missed. Okay, so now that the hair is completely dry, I'm going to move on and start styling the hair. And what I'm using is my wand curler. And what I do is I take the hair and I twist it as I wrap it around the wand. So now I'm at the top of the wig and I'm sectioning out the top part because my client, she is low maintenance. She doesn't want no baby hair and she doesn't want to deal with side parts. So, but she does want it to look as if it's growing from her scalp. So what I'm doing is after I section out that top part, then I'm gonna take my wand curler and I'm just gonna press out the hair a little bit so that when you look down on her head while she's wearing the wig, it looks like it's growing from her scalp. Now to give it some finishing touches, I'm just going to separate the curls with my fingers. I did that as I was curling the hair with the wand a little bit, but I'm going to do it a little bit more. And then I'm going to spray it with some hairspray and a little bit of hair gloss. And I am all done, ladies.